Good morning, brothers and sisters, wherever you are within our global village today. Want to say good morning to everyone within our Territorian businesses, communities, and families. As always, it's Murray. I'm here today having a bit of a campfire yarn with you all. I'm going to share a bit of a focused topic around a particular area that's been raised as a question. But always, as always, that we always do, is just wanted to acknowledge and pay respects to all our Territorian Aboriginal ancestors, our families, our businesses, and our communities, and also our young people in regards to those great entrepreneurs and leaders that are being developed within our communities and in the schooling system, who are going to be creating some awesome footprints in the sands into the future. Family, my name is Saylor. I'm part of the Northern Territory in the Black Indigenous Business Resilience Program. And today I'm going to focus on a topic, so it's literally me as a bit of a reflection piece. Throughout the program program, since it started, and obviously it's going until October, we have various questions and queries that are raised with the program team for us to explore and provide some feedback on. And I wanted to pick up on one of those topics. Brothers and sisters, one of the areas of expertise for our company, Tagai Management Consultants, who's delivering this program, is around procurement and supply chain management. Today, I'm going to be just sharing some thoughts and some ideas for your consideration, and depending on what you want to take away. And one of the questions that have come up is around acceptance into mainstream commercial Australia and how to secure orders and contracts within that space. And what I'm going to do is just share some key points from our experience and knowledge, as obviously as a business, and also within our own professional careers that we've experienced within the family that is Tagai Management Consultants. Okay, securing work within the mainstream commercial Australia. Okay, so one of the things that I share with brothers and sisters, and it's a common topic that's shared, is how do we, as an Indigenous business, how do we come out of that wonderful offering in regards to being an Indigenous business to be competitive within the commercial marketplace, or the private sector, with corporates, not government, but with big companies. I know I'm talking to a lot of brothers and sisters on the call who are either proponents that are procurement professionals, who are Indigenous businesses in the Territory, who have been doing work with the corporate sector, but there's also a big sector, and we know this through the data, and obviously Sister Yasmin Gill shared that on Wednesday, around the discussion around that predominantly within the Territory, 3/4 of the businesses that are there are all small business. And within our Indigenous sector, we know in regards to the conversation we had, is that there's a lot of brothers and sisters that are either one, sole traders, they're operating for themselves, or two, that they're just a hobby. They're just doing stuff. I'm able to paint, I'm able to clean, I'm able to do this, but as a hobby, and they haven't done that journey into as a true operating business. But the focus has always been, how do you become a sustainable business within the commercial sector, which is the private sector? And some of the points I'll share today hopefully will provide some ideas for yourself to consider. So today, family, I'm going to go through pretty much 5 key points, and I'll unpack those really briefly. The first one is around challenge your entrepreneurial mindset and focus. The second point I'll share and go into is around the importance of business positioning. The third point I'll go through is from little things, big things grow, which is an awesome song, and we all know the song. The fourth point I want to share with you all is about learn about what you do not know. And lastly, the importance of seeking advice and assistance. So rewind, we'll go back to the first point. Challenge your entrepreneurial mind and focus. Brothers and sisters and family that are out there listening today, one of the most important things within business, when we come into business, we come in regards, we have different motivations and different drivers that causes us to go, okay, well, I'm going to go into business now. Well, there's some things that lead up into that. And whatever it is in regards to your own personal journey, your spiritual journey, your journey within community, your journey as a man or a woman, as a warrior, govern some of those areas and go, okay, well, dictate around, okay, that makes a decision within your entrepreneurial mind. Okay, I'm not going to be an employee. I'm not going to be employed. I'm not going to live in trauma. I'm going to use business as a way to to change the dynamic. And for whatever reason you do that is really, really awesome. But around this idea around how to get into a commercial sector within the marketplace, the one thing I want to share with you is that the importance of, when you are sure within your own identity as a male or female warrior within your business and what you're in business for, when you have a plethora of or various other issues that are around from family, from a cultural perspective, from community, and get focused about what you're doing within business and that you're in business to make money, to be able to do the good that you do with your family. Once you get into that mindset to be able to go, you understand where you want to do and what the products and services that you're going to drive, and try and minimize the blinkers that normally impact our spirit, our heart, and our minds, then that's a really big step in regards to being able to go, I want to do business. I don't want to just do business in my community. I don't want to just do business with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. I don't want to just do business with government. I want to do business in a wider field is a really important step to make. Because if your mind isn't connected to your spirit and your heart and what you're trying to drive within your business, it's a hard thing to maintain each day, getting up and trying to have that focus. But also the most important thing, you won't be able to maintain it. You won't have the energy. It'll start to get busy and it'll start to cloud your thought. So once you break down those personal and those barriers and why you're in business and what you want to achieve, and also that you want to go after the commercial sector, that you want to get contracts with corporates wherever they are, is a really, really important step. The second point I want to share with you that leads into that is around, once you're clear within your own mindset, is around the importance of business positioning, right? I shared a discussion around don't be shame in regards to marketing or being in front of this new world around using this camera and working virtually or in a digital environment, but around the importance of business positioning. If you don't position your company or your business in the sense of the marketing and communication aspects, right? How you market your business, who you market your business, when do you do it, and how do you do it, and why, then it's really hard for corporates or the private sector or the corporate sector to be able to notice that you are there. If you are not visible and you aren't clear around what your business does and what you want to achieve, then how can they see you? How can the private or the commercial sector that makes up 3/4 of the mainstream marketplace in business, how can they look at you as a business to be engaged or even being considered? That also extends around how you communicate, how you present yourself. Today I sit here with obviously proudly with the Tagai Management Consultants shirt on, polo shirt on, and it's how you present yourself as well. What is your communication? I'm not saying to become more Miglu or non-Indigenous. All I'm saying is you just have to be mindful of the audience and the customers that you want to achieve and connect with to get these mainstream contracts, as we use that terminology. But also, more importantly, what are you in the business? What are you for? What do you represent? And how do you present is also very important. The third point I want to share with you, brothers and sisters, is around from little things, big things grow. And what I want to share around that is sometimes when we come into business and we see the journey of really great entrepreneurs, and there's some really great examples and case studies within the Northern Territory, and I don't want to think there's some amazing businesses that are doing some really great things at various, including the mainstream commercial sector. The one thing I want to share is that don't walk in the path that doesn't make sense to you. If there's an entrepreneur or someone you want to reach out to and have a yarn with, make sure you're trying to look for contracts or engagement opportunities that are a mix of some government work, if you can secure that, and some small commercial opportunities in the private sector. What it does is it enhances your business positioning from a marketing perspective in regards to, you can share from an example perspective around, we've done a project with government, we've done a project with the corporate sector, and the size as well, because from little things, small contracts, you can build your capability, you can build your capacity, you can build your readiness to be able to eventually build your capability to deliver that contracts at a larger level, and those corporates will take you and look at you, and you'll be exposed because You're able to show that you're able to meet their procurement requirements. You're able to deliver that contract. You're able to ensure the security of goods and or services that you said in the contract you were able to deliver. Extremely important, brothers and sisters. From little things, big things grow. Start small. Build up your integrity. Build up your brand. Build up your capability that you can do this work, and use that to evolve or enhance your marketing and communication strategy. But also the other piece, which I'll share in these next couple of points, it'll start to cross flow into these other areas to make you a visible company, but more importantly, a serious one that should be taken note of. The next point I want to share with you, family, is around learn about what you do not know. So one of the things around the commercial sector is there's a number of layers of how you engage with them. Clearly articulate and understand within your own self, whether it be through your business plan or some other strategy document within your team or by yourself or with a loved one, is around going, who are those customers that we know that we could provide services and or goods to? And you want to understand them, right? You understand the customers. Don't stay stagnant. Don't stay still in regards to the customers. Have a look at them and understand who they are. Go onto their websites. But from a procurement and from a subcontract perspective, what you want to know is, what is their procurement framework? How do they procure their goods and services from within the marketplace, right? What is their tendering process? Do you have to go through the industry capability network? Do they do it themselves? These are all important considerations that you need to understand on whether it makes sense for you to go after that customer, because it might be too expensive. It might be too onerous on your business to be able to take on that, that capital investment or that investment, depending on where you are as a business, and you may not have the capability or capacity just to even tender or to go for those opportunities. But also what's really, really key here in regards to this area, to understand, how do they engage with their suppliers? What is their expectations around when they're looking at suppliers? How do you get registered? How do you become pre-qualified is some of the other terms that's been used. But more importantly, how does that particular target customer that you want to go after, how do they engage their suppliers into their supply chain? Why is that important? Because what you do is you position how you in regards to the previous points I've made, how you position it, how you as an entrepreneur share your focus and mindset, and how you communicate your business. But more importantly, how do you position from a process and systems perspective to ensure you meet those outcomes and those requirements that are associated with that particular customer? Really important. But the most important thing around this particular point I want to make, brothers and sisters, is if it's financially creating a challenge for you, or if there's a challenge in regards to what it looks like in regards to the effort, then there's other avenues, which leads into my final point I want to make today as part of our campfire yarn. Seek advice and assistance. Plug into the Northern Territory Indigenous Business Network. Plug into Supply Nation in regards to their capability. Supply into the government support services. Some of those we've shared. We've had a discussion from the Northern Territory government. We had some wisdom shared from various other key speakers and obviously capability partners, including the deal. So Geordie from the deal shared her knowledge in regards to how our suppliers get engaged. But it's important to tap into those business networking, those innovation and those business development hubs to be able to get the advice that you require to be a stronger business or to be a business. To get the assistance in regards to, is there grant funding or is there assistance, in-kind assistance or financial assistance to give you a hand up? And the most important thing is, how can these organizations potentially introduce you to the customers that you want to get in front of to have the yarn? What are some of the languages that you should use? What are some of the protocols? These are things that some of these agencies, including the NTIBN, the Northern Territory government, deal and various other enablers that are in the territory can assist you with. But you need to know what you're looking for. You need to be patient and you need to be willing to learn and absorb to be able to evolve your business to be more competitive, not just in the Indigenous space as an Indigenous business, but the biggest value you create is the value that you create within your services and or goods that your business is delivering out there. The added value though, which is really deadly in your point of difference, if you got some culture behind you, got Aboriginal and or Torres Strait Islander culture within your DNA. But to compete within the mainstream market, that's a value add. Sometimes it's not the lead piece in regards to getting an opportunity. Today, I've shared with you 5 key points, and I'll just go through them really quickly, brothers and sisters. Challenge your entrepreneurial mindset and focus. Remember, don't discredit the importance of business positioning around your marketing and your communication. From little things, big things grow. Don't get ahead of the game. Start small, build your capacity, build your readiness, build your capability to be able to do those bigger jobs within the private sector. Learn about what you don't know. Learn about your customer. Understand your competitive market. Get informed. Don't go in there blind. Understand what you want and what you want to achieve. And finally, seek advice and assistance from various enablers that are within the territory, but also other Indigenous businesses that you look up to help you mentor and have the yarn with. My brothers and sisters, thank you very much for you today. I hope you found some value in regards to what I've shared as part of this campfire yarn reflection process. But look, in regards to those points I shared today, look, continue asking those questions. We want to welcome them. We're getting advice from various stakeholders within the program, which is really wonderful. And if you, the description of the repeat of this particular session will be within the In the Black Northern Territory Indigenous Business Resilience Program group within Facebook. Comment the word deadly down below. And thank you very much for your attention today. And remember, maximize opportunities to make a difference. Thank you.